Mike Fire WWE Universe. Gather round, because what you're about to hear ain't just news, it's a prophecy of pain, a sermon of supremacy, and a war cry from the battlefield known only as the squared circle. This is not a recap. This is not a preview. This is a declaration of destiny for what's next in the land of giants. The smoke hasn't even cleared from the aftermath of SummerSlam 2025, but the tremors of what's coming are shaking the very foundations of WWE. Seth freakin' Rollins, now your reigning, defending, undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, stands tall. His fists are bloody from battle, his soul stitched together by scars, and his eyes locked onto two familiar faces he knows all too well. Because when you reach the top of the mountain, it's never lonely. Not in WWE. At the peak, there's always someone, no, scratch that, multiple someones waiting to drag you down. And for Seth Rollins, those names are written in blood and legacy: CM Punk, Roman Reigns. This ain't just about titles. It's not even about respect anymore. This is a war of identities. This is about legacy. This is about three men who believe they are the standard, the headliner, the main event. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. That ain't just a match, that's a thunderstorm 10 years in the making. Once brothers in the Shield, now rivals forged in fire. Reigns, the tribal chief turned part-time god. Rollins, the workhorse turned prophet of pain. They've clashed in tag wars. They've fought in triple threats. But never like this. Never with this much on the line. Never with both men fully unleashed, unchained, unfiltered. Reigns says he's the head of the table. Well, Rollins says burn the damn table down. And then there's CM Punk, the voice of the voiceless, returned from exile to reclaim what he never got, his main event. He bled for this business. He burned bridges, kicked down doors, and now he's here to take what he believes was always his, everything. Rollins and Punk's history ain't clean. It's laced with bitterness, tweets, pipe bombs, and pride. They've danced before, but now it's a duel. A war of minds, mouths, and muscles. And don't think for one second that Roman Reigns is going to sit this out. No, no, no. Reigns sees what's his and he always takes it. That one-on-one match between Reigns and Rollins. It needs to happen. It will happen. And when it does, it's going to redefine the word, epic. But wait. Don't blink. Because there's another war ready to explode. One written in decades of destruction, in carnage, and in iconic brutality. Brock Lesnar. John Cena. You read that right. The beast is back, and he's hungry. Cena didn't even have time to wipe the sweat off his brow after his farewell words before he was devoured by the Conqueror. This isn't just a return. This is a reckoning. Lesnar and Cena have battled in some of WWE's most unforgettable wars. From SummerSlam 2014's obliteration to WrestleMania showdowns, their names are tied like thunder and lightning. And now we're staring down the barrel of one final confrontation. One final chapter. One last war. Lesnar, the alpha predator, who breaks bones for breakfast. Cena, the ultimate survivor, the never-give-up juggernaut with more lives than a cat on steroids. The crowd doesn't want this. The crowd demands this. Because if Cena's really walking off into the sunset, he's not walking, he's crawling, bleeding, after going to hell and back with Brock Lesnar one more time. And you better believe Lesnar ain't coming back for hugs. He's here for destruction. He's here to remind the world who the real final boss of WWE is. So while Seth Rollins balances a championship and a chip on his shoulder, and while Roman Reigns and CM Punk circle like vultures over a throne made of bones, Brock Lesnar tears through the walls like a living apocalypse, dragging Cena into a final storm of fists and fury. 3 rivalries. 1 battlefield. Rollins, Reigns, Punk. The Trinity of torment ready to tear each other apart for the soul of the WWE. Cena, Lesnar. The unstoppable force and the immovable icon, clashing for pride, history, and a legacy that can't be shared. And this isn't fantasy booking. This isn't fan fiction. This is real. This is now. This is what's next. WrestleMania 42. It's not just an event. It's the Coliseum where legends will either be crowned or crushed. The World Heavyweight title isn't just gold. It's a symbol of era, of excellence, of endurance. And right now, there are 3 men who claim it's theirs. Rollins wants to carve his face on the Mount Rushmore. Reigns wants to burn it down and rebuild it in his image. Punk. He wants to spray paint it with anarchy and scream into the void, "I told you so." Meanwhile, John Cena stands at the cliff's edge of his career, looking back at 2 decades of glory, and forward into the fangs of a beast that just won't let go. Can he do it? Can he survive one last time? Or will Lesnar do what Lesnar does, rip, shred, suplex, repeat, and send Cena into